You're a goose now?
No, goo.
Oh, a goo.
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 Welcome to Turner Time.
All right, what are we doing here?
We are going to show you guys some circular saws and blades.
Circular saws, blades, and what are we going to do? We're going to talk about how to safely use them.
Yeah, safety measures.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to show you guys, we are actually going to cut a board with one.
And we're actually going to cut something with them. So we're going to talk about the differences. Obviously, I got a lot of saws here.
Yeah.
We got options.
There are 7 saws, and there are a lot of blades I can't count. We have safety glasses, we have headphones, earplugs, drinks.
Well, Coke Zeros, we got those. That's important. We need those.
Because we need to stay awake.
Oh yeah, we don't want to go to sleep while you're using a circular saw.
No.
That is rule number 1, never sleep when you're using a circular saw. Well, let's just start off with, I got a lot of saws, and yeah, hi, my name is Tig, and I have a problem, I have a lot of saws. Or it's not a problem, because I have lots of choices, so, and options.
And my name is Cohen.
What time is it?
Turner time!
That's right. Okay.
We're gonna have to edit that part out.
Nah, we're leaving it in. All right, so let's start off with, first of all, I've got a lot of saws here. I'm going to talk about the differences in them. So can you hand me, after you get done with your drink there, I know it's heavy, can you hand me that big saw?
Which one?
That one on the end with the cord on it.
Yes. Hold on, I'm gonna have to use both hands because
Yeah.
it's pretty heavy.
It is pretty heavy.
Let me get out of my seat. Is it this one?
Yep.
Is
Pretty-
it this? I know it can't.
Right, it's not plugged in, so we're safe, because that one has to be plugged in. So just hand it over here to me. It weighs a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's...
It's heavier than me.
So obviously this is my oldest saw. This is the one I've had for it's probably older than your daddy. It's been around a long time.
Yes,
And
it's older than 30
this is a
years.
very basic 7 1/4 circular saw.
And it is electric.
It is electric, so obviously we have to plug it in.
Yeah.
And so that's really, there's not a lot of features on this. I mean, it's a basic 7 1/4 inch circular saw. It does have adjustments on it that you can adjust, and you can change the angles, you can change the depth, and I'll go into more of that on some of the other saws. But I just wanted to point out that, and this one's really heavy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's old, it's heavy, it's a little harder to use because you got to plug it in, so you got power.
It's even
So-
heavier than me.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty heavy. So it's a good saw, but it's probably not the ideal saw if you don't have a place to plug it in, or you're wanting something a little more lightweight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's this one. So we'll just put this one out of the way for now.
Mm-hmm. Don't
all right.
step on a saw.
All right. So which saw would you like to go to next?
Let's do this one right here.
That one there? Okay. So if I didn't mention that was a Craftsman saw.
Oh yeah, that's a Craftsman
So
saw.
this is a flex saw. This is the flex, what's the number? This is a
FX 21231A.
FX2131A. Okay, this is a pretty cool saw because this is what they call their inline saw. This one's battery operated, so it runs off of these 24 volt flex batteries. It's very thin, as you can see.
It's not as heavy as the last one.
So it's much lighter than the other ones. It's still pretty heavy.
Let me feel it.
Still pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely way lighter.
Yeah, way lighter. Now this one also has a exhaust port on it, so when you're shooting the wood out of it, the wood chips that it saws, this can be hooked up to a what do you call it? A dust extractor, yeah, or a wet dry vac or something, and you can shoot the sawdust into a wet dry vac or a dust extractor.
Or a tube.
Or a tube. I guess you could hook up a tube. So, again, this one's kind of unique. It's got a few features on it that a lot of them do. It's got a hook on it right here. See this? If you're up on a saw, we don't normally climb up on saws.
No.
If you're up on a ladder, or maybe you're working somewhere high where you got to hang your tools when you're not needing them, this has a rafter hook on it. So this one could be something that you can carry up, hook it onto a rafter while you're working up in a building or something. So that's pretty cool. Of course, it's got a nice handle right here to hold on to.
And it's got like a cover for the blade.
Yeah, it's got a cover for the blade, which they all do.
That one doesn't.
It does on the bottom, see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does too. So what's unique about this saw is that it's what they call an inline saw. So it's very thin, it's very light, and it's got a lot of nice features on it. Let me show you that if you are wanting to adjust one of these saws, then this here, so you see, let me show you this. So you see how if you were cutting a board, it would cut this much, like 2.5 inches you could cut into a board, right? If this was the board, if our table was the board, it would cut way down into our table. It'd cut our table in half, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But if you want to cut something that's not so thick, you want to do it thin, you can loosen it up and you can adjust your saw like out here and then tighten it back up. And then when the blade goes, it's only like just a little bit of there. So you can cut real shallow when you're cutting something, so you don't cut down further than you want to.
It'll only cut like down to here.
Right. So that's why, and most all of them have that feature on them. So you have a lever that you loosen up, and then you're able to slide this, see this? You're able to slide this back and forth to whatever you want it to be, and then you lock it back down.
Yeah. I went ahead and opened the earplugs so that way if we're gonna use it, we have them open.
Okay, good deal. So another thing that you'll find on most circular saws is you have an angle adjustment. So you see how when we're cutting here, hey Turner, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
It's hard to pay attention, isn't it?
I'm paying attention. I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just go.
Okay. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, the angles that you can change. So there's a lever here that can change. You can see it shows you what angles you can set it to. So if you do that, then you can turn this guard here way down or whatever you want it to be. And now when you're sawing, it saws at an angle instead of straight. So if you wanted to make a cut that was like this instead of like this, then you can change that angle. See how that works?
Yeah, or you could go diagonal.
Yeah. And so you loosen this up, and then this thing adjusts wherever you want it to be, and it tells you on here, it's got markings that says, oh, this is 45 degrees or whatever your setting is. You pick the setting you want, get the guard where you want it to be, and then you lock it back down, and then that's where the saw's going to go.
Yep, so it's straight, and then if you go all the way down there, it'll be side, and then if you go like in the middle between, then it'll go like diagonal.
Right, you can change that angle whatever you need it to be depending on the cut that you need to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much the features of this saw, and so like I said, this one's kind of nice and unique because it's so small and thin, and it has a lot of nice features to it. Let's move on to this one.
Okay, it's another flex saw.
So this is another flex, and the advantage of this one is it's a little bit more powerful. It is, it does have the blade on the right-hand side, where the inline saw has it kind of right down the center of where you're driving, where your handle is.
Yeah.
This one, your blade is over here, which I don't have a blade on this one right now, so you can see where the blade would be right here. But so when you're holding this one, you're cutting on the right-hand side instead of down the middle.
But But if you wanted to go like this side, then you would have to like put it this way.
Yeah, and actually, if you wanted it to be on the other side, I've got a tool for that. We have some circular saws with them on the other side. We're going to go over that. That's one of the reasons why you might buy a different saw. Like most people are not going to have 7 circular saws.
Nah.
Most people don't do that. But
like you said at the beginning of the video.
I'm tied and I have a problem. So we kind of skipped over talking about safety stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we have maybe talked about that first, and he kind of reminded me that we needed to probably should do that first, right?
How did I remind you?
Because you're over here sticking those in your ears. That's how you reminded me. So first of all, and we'll see that whenever we actually use a saw, but these things are loud when you're cutting.
So that's why we need these.
So sometimes you need ear protection, right? When you're using any kind of a tool that's loud.
So you can use these headphones. Most people use headphones when they're protecting their ears, but some people actually don't use headphones. Some people use these things called earplugs.
Yep, and you can just shove those right in your ear holes.
Yep.
And then you can't hear much with them.
Yeah. I feel like these are easier to put on because you just shove them.
Yeah, and you can use whichever ones you want whenever we do the sawing.
Yeah.
What else? What other kind of safety gear do we have here today? When you got flying wood chips coming out of a tool, you do not want it getting in your eyes.
No.
That would hurt, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You also want to wear a mask so that way it doesn't get in your mouth. You also probably want to wear like these sometimes.
Yeah. If you wanted a whole face shield, you can do that instead of just glasses. That's something that you always have the option to do. If you're cutting a lot of stuff, you might want that. But for sure, you got to have the glasses and the ear protection if it's going to be real loud. And some of these won't be too loud. Depends on what you're cutting and how long you're cutting, but it's still nice to have it. So, okay, so I got my safety glasses over here too. All right, so let's get, where were we? We were talking about this second flex saw and the differences in it. So one, it's a little bit more powerful. It does have the blade on the right-hand side instead of down the middle like this other saw does.
Yeah.
And it is actually, I should have mentioned, that is a 6.5 inch blade, and this is a 7.25 inch blade. So this has actually got a bigger blade on it.
Oh, and Papa, what is the 24V?
24 volts. That's the battery technology that they use for these flex tools. So we've got this big 24 volt battery.
Oh, and that one is also 24 volts?
It is.
This one, we don't know how much it is.
That one runs on 110 volts because it plugs into your house.
Oh, and I'm guessing this one is like maybe...
That is an 18 volt, this is a 20 volt, because the Milwaukees are 18 volts and the DeWalt's are 20 volt. And these flex are 24 volt.
And this one is 110
volts. That plugs
because
into the house power.
Yeah. Because house power has like a lot of electricity, so that gets a lot of volts.
Right. They're usually more powerful than what a battery operated one is, although some of these battery operated ones have got a lot of power now with these nice new advanced batteries that they have. So yeah, this is one of my newest ones, the Flex stuff, and these are very, very high-end batteries. They got a battery gauge on them, of course, just like the DeWalt's and the Milwaukees do, and several others to tell you how much charge you've got. This is a pretty good size one here, but this will run all these saws.
And like the battery has this thing on it that looks like a battery, and it says stacked lithium.
Yeah, that's the type of battery. So this is a little better than your average type of battery because it's a stacked lithium battery. But yeah, this is what powers all these. So the good news is, and that's another safety thing that we need to talk about. When you're doing something with your saw, if you're not cutting with it and you're ready to go with all your safety gear on, you probably don't need the battery on your saw because it can't operate without a battery on it, right? So, you know, if I stick my finger in here, there's no way it's going to cut it, even if there's no blade on this. Because we don't have a battery on there. So that's why when you're working on your saw or putting a blade on the saw, or really if you're not working with it, you can disconnect the battery and then that way it won't accidentally be turned on. These do have safety features also that I should point out, and the other one did too. But you have to push this this button here in order to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So if you don't push that button, you can't pull the trigger and make the blade go.
Yeah, and if you push it to the, if you see, look, normally, yeah, if you,
it locks if you don't push that at the same time.
Yeah, it locks, but
which is another reason. I mean, most of the time, and let's be serious here, you're 6 years old, you're not going to be operating a circular saw by yourself. You know, the only way you're going to be doing that is with an adult supervising, and they're probably going to operate the saw for you. You're just going to kind of help out, which is what we're going to do, right? But as an adult, you got to know that, okay, you can't just accidentally come up, even if the battery's on here, you can't actually just come up and push the button and it starts sawing. You have to push this lever to the left or to the right with one of your fingers at the same time as you're pushing the button. That way you know exactly what you're doing. You're ready to go. You're ready to cut something. You're not just accidentally doing it.
Yeah, and Papaw, I feel like the ones we've done so far, we should put him on the floor like that one.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
So when we're finished with one, we should? Okay.
Yeah,
we can
so
do that.
we can put that one there,
So,
that one there,
you can see this one's got the same lever on it. See, you have to do that in order to push the trigger.
This one probably this one has the same one too.
It does.
Yep. And
okay.
And this one has,
so feature-wise, like I said, this has got a bigger blade on it than the other one.
Yep.
It's a little more powerful, and it's got a lot of the same features otherwise. It's got the same rafter hook. It's got the settings for your depth, settings for your angle, and so yeah, pretty much the same features, but it is just a bigger blade.
Yeah.
And a little more powerful.
Yeah. Have we done this one yet? Because
nope, that's the next one we're gonna do.
No, that one is the one with the blade in the middle.
The blade in the middle is the first one that we did. This guy. This is the inline saw. See, it's lined right up with your handle.
Yeah.
Whereas that one was on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Here's the blade, here's your handle. So that one you're over here looking to see where you're cutting. That's different.
Yep.
And some of that's personal preference. Some people like to look to the right. Somebody wants it right down the middle. Some people need it on the left.
Yep.
So actually, let's just skip to the Milwaukee because it's actually different. And so let's talk about that one for a second. So this is the Milwaukee saw. This is an 18 volt. Obviously, it's red. It's Milwaukee, so that's one of the differences. But it's got a lot of the same stuff. Same, angle guide for you. You can change the depth guide on it.
And the blade is on the left side this time.
That's
not
right.
On the
right. So when I'm holding this thing on with my right hand or your left hand, the blade is now on this side.
Yep.
So again, maybe it's a personal preference. Maybe you like that when you're making your cuts to see it over here. Maybe you want it in the middle. Maybe you want it on the right hand side. You got choices when you're buying a saw. Like I said, not everybody's going to have 7 saws.
Yeah.
But we have choices because I've just bought different ones trying them out.
Yeah.
This one also has a rafter hook.
Yep.
But
like the
like the flex ones do.
Yeah, and
here's something else that this has that those don't though. It has a belt clip. This one, right here. So if you're going up a ladder or something and you're working, or you're just walking around, this one you can actually hook on your belt. And then when you get up where you're going, if you're hanging, then you've got the rafter hook too. So that's kind of cool because, again, not all of them have that. And this saw is actually pretty lightweight too.
Yeah, let me feel it. Oh yeah, it's still kind of heavy, but it's way lighter than the electric one, and it has these numbers on it.
Yeah, for the angles.
Yeah.
And so this one, when you're, instead of having a button you push in, it's got a button you push down to get your,
Yep.
so if you don't push this down with your thumb or the other finger, then you can't pull the trigger. So you got to push that down, and that's a safety mechanism for it.
And the same thing with this dual saw, you have to push it down, and you have to kind of push it like diagonal, kind of.
Right. So again, this is the Milwaukee. It's got a lot of nice features. One thing I didn't mention either, and all of these so far have this. They have a storage place on them for the tools that you need to maybe change the blade. So in this case, the Milwaukee has a hex key or a Allen key, if I can get it out of here, stored in the tool, see? And you just stick it back in there. So that way, if you need to change your blade somewhere, then you've got the tool, you don't have to go looking for it. And other ones, like the, like this guy here,
Has it?
it has somewhere.
Oh, I can show you.
You know where it is?
Yep, it's right here.
Oh yeah, it does. It has it on the side right there. So another Allen key, and then I'll show you. Some of them have different things in the Allen key, but so again, this is Milwaukee, 18-volt battery operated, and I should say, and probably should talk about the difference, and we'll talk about that next. All these saws that you've seen so far that are running on batteries are called brushless tools, which means the motor is more efficient and it runs cooler than one that has brushes in it.
Yep, because it actually says it right there, fuel brushless.
Right.
I'll show them. See, look, it says fuel brushless.
Right.
Right there.
And fuel is their Milwaukee's like top of the line stuff, and then brushless is the type of motor that it has in it. So if you get their fuel line that's brushless motors, they're going to run longer, they're going to run cooler, they're just a better designed type of motor, and they're going to last longer. So all these so far are like that. They got brushless motors in them. Now let's talk about, and that was a 6.5-inch saw too, so that was a smaller blade, just like that first one we did. Now this next saw, this is actually the DeWalt 20-volt brushed cordless saw.
And
so
this one, and there's a difference between this one and this one.
There is.
That one is a 20-volt.
This one's 20-volt. That's actually a 60-volt. Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a minute, because that one's a little different.
There's an ant on the table.
Oh well, he won't hurt us.
Okay.
He's probably wanting your Coke.
I'm gonna squish him with it.
If you want to, go ahead. Yep, you got him. All right, problem solved. No more ants. Okay, so this is an older saw that probably the first cordless saw that I had. It's a brushed saw, so it's a cheaper saw. It's not going to run as efficient. It's not going to run as cool. It's still a good saw, and it runs on the 20-volt line of batteries from there. It's still got the same adjustments and everything. It's still got, you know, pretty much all the same features. This one does have the blade on the left as well. So this one's got the handle on the right, the blade on the left. And did you drop something?
I dropped an earplug.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to put this in.
All right. Okay, so again, this is a 6.5-inch saw, smaller, runs on 20-volt, just a basic battery operated saw. And I guess we haven't talked about the numbers on these. This is a DCS 391.
Yep.
I should mention too, let me go back just because I forgot to do that, on the Milwaukee. This Milwaukee.
I can read it. It is hold on.
At the top up there. Right up at the top right there. 2833.
2833 minus 20.
Yeah, 2833-20 is the model number on the Milwaukee that we have.
Yeah.
The bigger Flex,
I can
7 1/4.
Oh,
this one is a
FX 2141.
FX 2141, and we already did the other Flex one, I think. Yeah.
No, I don't think we did.
We mentioned this one. That was the first one that we read the number off of. Remember? And it is right there.
FX2131A.
FX2131A.
And then there should be a number on that one, the electric.
Yeah, it's an A1299 on the
A1299.
Okay. Now, where were we? Let's go to...
Let's go to
let me just... Since we already passed up... So this one, obviously, this is an 18-volt Milwaukee battery.
Oh, yeah,
so
this is an 18-volt. And what is the number? What is the number in letters? XC8.0.
So it's an extended capacity 8 amp hour battery. So that's a pretty hefty battery. That'll run your saw for a little while. That's a pretty good sized battery there.
It's pretty light actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad for all the power that you get in there. That's one of my better Milwaukee batteries that I have. So that will run the Milwaukees.
Yep.
And
then
we've got...
Let's go to this one.
Let's actually finish up the DeWalt's and come back to this guy.
Yeah,
because he's kind of different.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the DeWalt, so this saw, and what number is it? It's that's the number there.
Oh, it is a DCS 578.
DCS 578.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 60 volt flex from DeWalt. This is a more powerful saw than the other. It's got the right hand side blade with your handle on the left. It does have the rafter hook as well.
It also has what's it called?
The tools?
Yeah.
Well, this one's a little different. See, it's got a tool that looks like this. This is the blade tool that you use, and it's stored on it. Instead of using the Allen key, it's got this kind of a wrench that it's stored in there.
Okay.
But this is a very similar saw to the other DeWalt, but this one's bigger, more powerful. It's 7 1/4 inch, and it's got more power, and it's also a brushless motor. And because it runs on these 60 volt batteries, like this is a 9 amp hour 60 volt battery.
And it says it's 2020 2348 5.
Yeah, you know what that actually means? That I bought that battery in 2020, or that's when it was made. So that battery's about 6 years old.
Oh, and what is 234758?
Probably just a number of where they manufactured it, maybe what plant they did it in, or when something to do with when they actually made that. In case they had a problem with a certain bunch of batteries, they can give you the numbers on it, and you could look at it and see if that matched your number.
Oh, so this one is actually heavier than the Milwaukee. It's also heavier than the other DeWalt battery.
Yeah, it is. That's probably the biggest, heaviest battery that I've got. Well,
yep.
I've got a heavier battery and bigger than this one, but it's in the flex. I can show you that later. But yeah, so this is what goes on this guy. And again, nothing really majorly different other than more power, bigger blade on the right hand side. Same safety features, same adjustments,
yep.
but just a more powerful saw.
As the button.
This one does have the buttons instead of the push down.
Yep.
You actually push them side to side.
It does have the hook.
Got the rafter hook. And so yeah, this is a nice saw if you're, this is kind of a corded replacement. Like they would call this something equivalent to a corded saw. It's got so much power. So that is that guy.
Now we are on to the final saw.
Yeah, the final saw here. Now this guy is a little different. This is a rear handle flex, and it also has the blade on the left, but it's kind of in the middle to the left.
And it is a brushless, and the number on it is FX2114 1R.
Yeah, FX2141R.
Yeah. And it is a brushless, so.
This one is also 24 volt brushless. got a bigger rafter hook because it's a bigger saw. This one also has the tool similar to that DeWalt that you just slide out. It's like a wrench that it stores on there. That's for changing your blades on and off. And
it does have the safety feature.
Right, got the buttons that slide to the left and the right, again, for hitting your buttons. But this one's kind of a, it's a, I guess what they would consider a little more precise saw. It's a little, what's the word for it? I can't think. Papaw's brain doesn't work all the time. It's when you're trying to cut something and get it a little more exact. This is the type of saw that you want. It's easier to control and keep it in a straight line. So when you're sawing along.
Why is there a big like square here?
Well, that's where the battery goes.
Oh.
That's where the battery goes. And it's got a little different type of handle. See, you can hold it like this and you can guide it. It's just a little different type. It's again, it's made for more precision, like for people that work with more precision wood, and they don't just, if you're just cutting 2x4s to nail together to build like a house or something, then you're probably not, you don't care how precise it is, you just want a straight cut, right?
Yeah, and
but if you're sawing plywood and you want it to be very straight, or you're using it for some other more precision type of thing, then this is a saw that you could use.
Yeah, and is a little different on the battery because the battery's stored here, not like on the bottom on the usual ones.
Right. These are on the back on the handle.
Yeah, and
all of the flex ones are. The other two flex ones are like that, and actually most of these saws are that way.
And this one has like a container that puts it like in the middle.
Right. So you slide your battery in there, and then you got. That's why they call it a rear handle saw. You got the handle way back here in the rear, and it's balanced really nice. It's just a nice precise saw if you're doing more precision work. And to be honest, I haven't even used this saw yet. I got a deal on it, and that's why I have it. But
when did you get it?
I think I got it in December.
Oh, December last year?
December 2025. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is this guy, and again, all the same features. Also dust port. You know, again, a lot of these have the dust ports on them, so you can hook them up to a dust extractor.
The dust port is on the Milwaukee one too.
The only one, I think my DeWalts do not have the dust collection port on them.
No.
And so that is nice about the Milwaukees and the Flex having that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you can hook it up to a dust collection system, so it keeps it cleaner in your shop.
Yep.
Or you can hook it up to even a wet dry vac and just turn that on and it'll suck that. Yep. Or you could at least point the dust where you want it to go. Instead of it going to the left, you could turn this thing and it could go shoot it straight up or down or whichever direction you want it to go. So
I'm gonna bring the battery over so we can. Oh yeah. So I was gonna feel how heavy this one is. I was gonna say this is like this is the lightest battery we had yet. This is the lightest.
Think so?
Yeah, feel it.
Pretty light.
Yeah, it's really light.
For as big a battery as that, it is, because it's a little bit different technology, but it's also a very capable battery. Now, if you want to talk about big batteries, now this is the same thing. It's a 24 volt flex battery, but that's 10 amp hour. That's a big mama there.
Yeah. Look how bigger that is. And so compare this one. So compare this one. Hold this one, and yeah, see that's
very light.
Yeah, very light
for a big battery.
And then this one is also very light, very big.
For as big a battery it is pretty light, isn't it?
Yes.
It's lighter, I think, than this. This one's much heavier.
Yeah, this one's much heavier than
that.
And I mean these are like the same size. And I mean that one's a 10 amp and this one's just a 9 amp. And I mean that one stores more power and it's way bigger than this one, a little bigger, and it's way lighter than this one.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of battery technology, and they made it lighter. So yeah, if you were running the saws like this all day long, you're gonna want probably a couple of these big dogs.
Yeah.
Or at least a couple or two or three of these.
Yeah, because.
And the same thing with the DeWalts. You're gonna want. You know, you can run this on the 20 volt too, and it'll run longer.
Yeah.
So that's a nice size battery, but yeah, if you're running these things, if you're doing more than a couple cuts, if you're using this professionally, you're using it every day, you're going to need, you know, some substantial batteries for these things, or you'll just be constantly waiting on your charger to charge them up.
Yeah.
Again.
Part 3.
Part 3. All right.
Last time was part 2, and the first time was part 1. Now we're on part 3, and I think part 3 it might be part 3 or part 4, but we might cut a board. I know we are gonna cut a board, and it might be part 3 or part 4. We don't know yet.
All right, let's talk about blades. So I just randomly grabbed some blades because I collected a bunch of different blades. I don't know if I probably got duplicates in here, but so here's a blade. Here's an example. This is Diablo brand, which is probably one of the better brands I think that people like. This is a 6.5 inch size, so this would only fit on the smaller saws, the ones that use a 6.5 inch blade, not the 7 1/4, the bigger ones. That's for different blades. This is
like this blade would probably go on the Milwaukee.
It will go on the Milwaukee. You're correct. It'll go on the inline flex.
Yeah.
And it will go on this small DeWalt here as well. So this is just a general purpose kind of, and there's different blades for different types of wood, different cutting that you want to do. If you're just cutting 2x4s or 2x8s or just regular lumber, like you're building lumber, like you're building a house with, these general blades like this are probably your best bet. That boo-boo?
Yeah.
Oh. So again, this, I would use this on the Flex Inline, the Milwaukee, and the smaller DeWalt.
Yeah, and
for just cutting construction lumber or something.
And you want to be very careful with blades because they are very sharp. That
is true. You do need to be extra careful. That's why these are still in their little plastic container, and I haven't taken them out because I haven't needed to.
Because they are, because you do not want to cut yourself because they are really, really, really sharp.
Correct. Now,
next we have a Flex.
This is a Flex, and this is a similar blade, only this one's a 7 1/4 inch.
Yeah, so I think the bigger DeWalt could probably use this.
It could. This one will work in the bigger saws. It'll work in the corded saw from Craftsman. It'll work in the
bigger DeWalt.
The bigger DeWalt. It'll work in the bigger Flex, or it'll in any of the bigger ones. Craftsman, the Flex, or the DeWalt bigger ones. This will work in all of those. And this again is similar to the Diablo blade. It's a general, like cutting 2x4s and construction lumber and stuff is what you'd use for that size. This is another 7 1/4. A little bit different blade, but also pretty much the same deal. More general construction blade.
And this is a duplicate.
This is a duplicate. Another one of those. This is an Irwin blade.
An Irwin.
And this one is actually
a 7.4.
It's a 7 1/4, but this one's different because this one is for cutting fiber cement board. So if you have a fiber cement board that you're putting down on a floor for tile or something, this is the kind of blade you would use for that. And so that's one of those.
We have another DeWalt.
Yeah,
and they are duplicates because we have another one.
These are duplicates, and again, these are 7 1/4, and these are just, let's see, what is this one's for framing. So again, if you're cutting plywood, you want a little different blade. I don't even know if I have a plywood blade here.
Another duplicate.
Yeah, these are all duplicate Flexes. This is the 6.5. This is the 7 1/4, and again, these are all just things. General construction. I should have, actually, I think I've got one on the, which one is it? One of these saws has the blade on it. Is this guy? No, that's not it. This one? No. I thought I had a plywood blade on one of these guys, but I guess I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. On this one. So, so you can look at this blade here and see how small the teeth are compared to those others. This is the plywood blade. So when you're cutting plywood, you want a lot smaller teeth so it doesn't rip your plywood up. It makes it a lot cleaner cut. And again, they got lots of different kinds of blades in different sizes, but that's just an example. And that's what I would want to use if I was cutting plywood. I would probably take this blade and either use this saw, or I'd move this blade into one of the other saws. And I probably have a plywood blade somewhere else. I just didn't grab one.
We should put this Big Mama back.
You think?
Yeah, because we weren't using it. Yeah, and we should probably put.
You don't want to use it if on one of the saws when we're going to test it?
Yeah, we should probably use it on one of the saws because then it would use a lot of power, and that would give it a lot of power. So
It would. Okay, so
what are we gonna do next?
so let's just recoup here. We've talked about 7 different kinds of saws.
A lot of blades.
We've talked about different kinds of blades. We've talked about safety.
Batteries.
And, we talked about the batteries or the one that plugs in.
We've talked.
Let me just ask you this. Before we go off and set up a place where we can cut and do some examples here, what questions do you have? Or what would you like to talk about, or anything you learned or you still don't know about them, or you think you want to find out about?
I was gonna say, are there any differences? Are there any differences between the is there any differences between the right-handed blades and the left-handed blades? Like, are there any differences in the right-handed blades? Like,
You mean as whether the blade's on the left or the right? Is there
Yeah.
any difference for the blades that you have to use for those?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a great question, and the answer is no. You can use the blade either way. It's all about the saw. If you like the saw to cut on the left, then you put your blade on there and it cuts on the left. You can put that same blade on the saw that goes on the right, as long as it's the right size. If it's a 6.5, it goes on a 6.5. If it's a 7.25, it goes on a 7.25. And they probably have some different other sizes. I know they have smaller circular saws, which I don't have one here. Funny enough, Papaw doesn't have a small one. I don't know why. Why don't I have 8 circular saws or 9?
You have a smaller one, the Milwaukee. It's a smaller
Right,
one.
but they do sell the small ones that are like 5-inch or 4-inch, and they're also a circular saw type of a tool. But I don't have one of those. So, all right. So that was a great question. What else? What else do the people maybe want to know, or that they wouldn't know, or maybe they're asking questions right now. They're going, "Hey, ask about this. What do you think? What is it?"
Where
You
did
might
you
want to tell them what you're asking.
where did you get all the saws?
That's a good question. So, my first Craftsman there with the cord on it, that's my first saw that I got. I think I maybe got that for a present for Christmas, like before your daddy was born, like a long time ago, 30-something years ago. That was really my first saw. I bought all the rest of them along the way. I think I bought the first DeWalt saw when I needed when I was maybe building a deck or something.
Yeah, but you didn't buy the one with...
They can't hear you. They're over here. Hey, you guys come over here, because he's trying to talk over here.
I was gonna say, you didn't buy the one with the right-handed saw. The last circular saw we reviewed. You got it from a deal.
Oh, well, so all of this flex stuff I got because Lowe's decided to clearance them off for a while, and so they get everything running real cheap. And so I bought a whole bunch of flex tools, and that's why I got them. I wouldn't have bought 3 more circular saws if they weren't like, I didn't even pay $100 for the saws, and sometimes I got batteries with them too.
How much did you pay for all
Some of these saws cost $200 to $300 a piece without batteries.
Oh.
Just the saws.
And how much did you pay for the 3 flex saws?
I think altogether, all 3 of the flex saws, I maybe have $300 total in them.
Yeah.
And actually, one of them came with this battery.
Oh, the big.
This is about a $300 battery right here.
The big chunky.
This big chunky one by itself was probably this is probably $250 or $300 battery, but I got all 3 saws, and like I think that battery came with one of my saws for like about $300 total. So that's why I have a whole bunch of them. Not because I needed a bunch more tools.
That's cheap.
But that was real cheap. And they're nice tools. So.
Yeah, that's real cheap for 3 circular saws and 2 batteries. That's really cheap.
Yeah, I think just the 1 battery, but yes, that's why. So, yeah, I have a lot of saws. I have a lot more than I need. But,
why do you have so many batteries?
Well, let's talk about that. And I don't know if the people can see us or not, but if you're going to have flex tools, you got to have flex batteries. If you're going to have DeWalt tools, you got to have DeWalt batteries.
If you're going to have Milwaukee, you're going to have Milwaukee.
Right. You're going to have Ryobi, you're going to have Ryobi batteries. If you're going to have Green Machine, you got Green Machine batteries. You're going to have Ego, you're going to have Ego batteries. Now,
if you're going to have Sunjo, you're going to have Sunjo.
Yeah, no, I don't have any Sunjo batteries. That's just a cord. But in any case, yeah, even though there are some adapters you can use to where you can put your DeWalt on a Milwaukee or vice versa, you can buy these little adapters and use the batteries on them. Usually you want to keep the batteries with the type of tool that you have and the brand that you have. So that's why and also I would buy those on deals because I get like, maybe I bought 2 batteries and it came with a free tool. Maybe I got that circular saw for free because I bought 2 Milwaukee batteries. I don't remember, but stuff like that. All right, so let's wrap this up here at the table. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully the people learned something here about this. Where are you going? What are you doing? He's done left the chat. Here we are. I'm talking to myself now. They know you're here. He's behind the camera. Now he's directing this video.
I need you to stop the video.
Oh, you're going to stop the video for a minute?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're supposed to yell cut.
Cut.
Okay, let's cut. Now say.
Action.
Oh, action. Okay, yeah. All right, we're coming back here. Hold on. Ugh. Okay, so off camera, we had a question. What was that question again?
Why do you have like 7 cameras? You should only have
7 cameras.
7.
Bloop. That's a blooper. 7 cameras.
7
circular
saws because you should only have like 3 because 1 for cutting wood, 1 for cutting concrete, and 1 for cutting whatever.
That's a good point. So as I mentioned, I bought the flex ones because they were so cheap and still good tools. And I really liked that inline saw and I wanted one of those. And I wanted a rear handle because I never had one. So I thought, well, as good a deal as they are, I want to have those. Ideally, you probably don't need that many saws. But you can't, the reason why I wanted you to talk about that and ask that question is because one of the cool things you can do if you own more than one saw is you can have one set up with a plywood blade on it. You could have one set up with a framing blade on it. You could, or a couple of them. You can maybe have one set up to cut cement board if you're cutting, if you're doing tile, if you're doing metal working. Technically, these aren't metal cutting saws, but you could. He's evacuated the premises again.
I was just throwing my Coca-Cola away.
He has managed to finish his Coke Zero here. So that might be our cue. When the Coke Zero's done, it means the video is almost done, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But in any case, if you, maybe you had a metal blade you want to throw in one of your old, like I could put a metal blade in that old Craftsman and not worry too much about it because it's so old and, it's just rugged saw. I bet I could cut metal with it. And then you don't have to change the blade every time you want to cut something different. So that would be a great idea.
Okay, so next we're going into cutting a board, cutting a board. Cutting a board.
Right.
We are gonna, if somebody, we have earplugs, we have safety glasses, and we have headphones. We have the choice between earplugs and headphones. I'm probably gonna go headphones. You can do whatever.
Yep. Good point.
So which one are you gonna do? Earplugs or?
I'll probably go with my. I'll go with my
Okay.
headset or my earmuffs or my sound deadening, whatever you want to call them.
Headphones.
Headphone sound
Okay.
deal.
So put your safety glasses on.
Okay, yeah. So I got my safety glasses here, and
Come on. And now we are going to put our...
we're going to put on
our...
this.
Because we need... Because...
Huh? Hello?
I can hear you.
What?
I can hear you.
What?
I know you can hear me.
I can't hear you.
I know you can hear me. If I can hear
Huh?
this, if I can
What?
stop, if I can hear myself, I can hear you. You can hear me.
What?
Stop. Okay,
Yeah,
bloopers.
okay. I can hear you, but they work pretty good.
Yeah, they actually do. Cause if you talk like this, it actually sounds normal, but now it sounds kind of delayed. Got it. I need to get this right. Hold on.
Muffled. It sound muffled because
Yeah, it sounds muffled.
They're mufflers.
Yeah,
Earmuffs.
Yeah, like if you put them on and then I do this and you do this, it sounds
Hello.
muffled.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can't.
Can you hear them? I can't even hear them.
Hi, audience. Wow, there's already comments coming in.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's do a quick comparison.
Hold on. Let me.
Listen with those on while I'm talking to you, and then we're gonna put the earplugs in and see how much different they are.
Okay.
So, put them on.
Okay. So let me put these on.
All right. Now I'm just gonna talk to you in my normal tone of voice. You can hear me, right?
Yeah,
But it's very low.
it's muffled though.
It's very muffled. Okay. All right. Now, take those off and shove a couple of them plugs in your ears. Let's see how that goes.
I can't really put them in my ears, so you're gonna have to hold me.
All right. There's that one. There's that one. Okay, how's that compare? Which ones can you hear less now or more?
I can hear you. I can hear you normally. You're talking normally.
Right now?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get them shoved down in there far enough? You gotta push them in a little further then.
Yeah, these are bad.
Put them in a little further.
Yeah, they're bad.
Okay, now does it make any difference?
Yeah, it does not.
It doesn't make any difference at all?
Yeah, it does. It makes a difference.
But these are better.
Yeah, these are better, but if you put your they become muffled if you put your
Fingers?
on this, it's muffled, but if you just leave them out like this, it's not muffled at all. So.
Oh, I see.
So,
well, maybe they're a little big for your ears and they're not quite getting down in your hole of your ear.
Yeah, so I feel like these are better.
So that is the right answer for you. And probably anybody that's smaller, probably a good idea to get yourself invest in a nice set of earmuffs or headphones, whatever you want to call them, that are just for blocking out the noise. So that does a pretty good job.
Okay, so let's go cut a board.
All right, we'll go get set up for that.
Okay, so just put this on, and then put your earmuffs on.
Well, let's get all set up, and then we'll put our safety gear on after we're ready.
Yep. So the first one I probably want to use is this one.
All right. So this guy.
Yep. Then you put that guy.
All right, so you're going to stand back while I do this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay right here.
So this is the inline saw. This is the one you wanted to do first. So which way should we point the chips? I don't want to point them toward you. Where are you going to stand? You want to point them back this way?
Yeah, so that way it doesn't hit me.
Okay. All right, so this is the inline flex, and so I'm going to make one cut here. Get it lined up, and we're just going to cut the edge of this board off. Get it ready. Figure out where my lining up is. All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, away all the wood chips.
All right, so that went pretty smooth. Cut pretty good, didn't it?
Yep, that's pretty straight.
Yep. Again, this saw is lightweight and pretty easy to handle, and I like it being right in the center like that.
Let me do this with the wood. You know what
I can't even hear you with these ears things on. What are you saying?
You know what I'm going to do with the wood?
What are you going to do with the wood? Wow, we're going to have to pick that up. I don't want to hit that with my lawnmower.
Okay, yeah.
So we will be picking that up.
Yeah.
All right, now, so you're going to help me do this one, right?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do, I'm going to hold the button. You're going to help guide the saw, and you're going to stand behind me over here. You want to use your left hand or your right hand up here?
Hold on. Let's put it straight.
Okay. So, which one do you want to do? The left hand or right hand? Which way feels better for you?
My right hand.
Right hand? Okay. Your left hand, we're going to set down to your side. You're not going to hold anything with that because I'm going to guide the saw for you. All right, then your right hand, you keep it down to your side because this hand stays on the saw, that hand stays at your side, and then we're going to lay the saw up here and get it positioned. Okay, and then when we're ready, we're going to push it that way, and I'm going to push the button. Tell me when you're ready, and I want this hand down beside you. You don't use that saw.
Ready.
Okay? Just keep that hand where it is. You got it?
Yeah, ready.
All right, here we go. Oop, we were too close. You know what happened? We were too close to the wood, and it wouldn't start because we had the blade on the wood, so we have to back up a little bit. All right, where's your hand at? Where's your right hand? Right hand, Steve, lays right there. Keep it down there. Does it feel more comfortable if you put it up here? If you put it right there on that battery and don't move it?
Yeah.
Okay. This hand stays here. This hand stays on there. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, now you can take your hands off. All right, we did it. How was that?
Good.
Cool. All right, so now we're going to try the bigger saw. All right? The inline, or next we're going to use the rear handle.
What? We use the what?
The rear handle.
The rear handle, yeah.
This big dog.
Hold on, let me...
Put that over there, okay. All right, so now we're going to use the rear handle.
Wait, does this one have the thing too?
It does. It'll shoot out that way. It'll be all right.
Okay.
It's probably shooting right at the camera.
Oh.
But that's okay. All right, so I'm going to use it the first time, and you're going to stand back over here while I do it. And yeah, look at that big old, see if we had that, if that was a thing we could hang that on there. Look at that. That's how it works, see?
Let's do this.
All right, let me get my ear on here.
3, 2, 1, cut!
You ready?
Yeah, cut!
Now that did not do a very good job. What happened?
It didn't do a very clean cut.
Did you see the smoke coming off of it?
Yeah.
That means that it wasn't doing it right, and it was basically burning through the wood instead of cutting it correctly. That's why that's all dark and it made smoke. So the question is, why did it do that?
Because I don't know.
I'm not sure either. So let's take our battery off and let's look at this thing. So, did the blade go on backwards? No. Is it just a... This is a... So it's a different kind of blade. This blade on here, this is a regular framing blade. That one...
Is it demolition?
This one's a demolition blade, but it should be fine for framing. This is a 24 tooth. And this one, I can't tell how many teeth are on that one.
Oh.
Let's see. I can't tell.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
You can't see it because it's wore off. See? Now, remember, hey, what are we doing? There's a battery on this, remember? Don't touch the blade.
Hold on. I'm just...
No, what did I just say? So it doesn't tell us how many teeth it is.
No.
So let's see. What is the difference here? Why did that do that? Did it go the wrong way?
I feel like.
I think the blade. I think I put the blade on backwards. I got to figure out why this happened. I think this blade goes on the opposite way. I didn't realize that when I put the blade on it. It actually goes the other way. You got to change this blade. We're going to figure this problem out first. This is also part of working on stuff. Sometimes you have to troubleshoot your tools.
Who's talking?
Oh, probably the neighbors. Where's that button? There it is. Why is that not? I'm going to try this blade the other way. Let's see. Why is that not holding it down? Hold on. We'll figure this out in a minute here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, let's loosen this guy up. We're going to turn the blade over the other way.
I wonder if we've been filming.
Can you hold this for me?
What hold?
Hold that right there, just so it doesn't move. You got it? Don't let go of it.
Okay, let go of it.
Not yet. Second. I gotta get this back on here. Okay. I got it. Thank you. All right, now that we've flipped that blade over, let me try it again. See what happens. All right, let me get my ears on.
Let me get my glasses on.
Get your glasses on.
Wait, hold on, not yet, not yet. Not yet, not yet. Oh, not yet.
I don't think they can see you over there anyway.
What do you mean?
In the camera. The camera's pointed right here. I don't think they can see you over there.
But I still need to get my safety gear on.
Yep. Are you good?
Yeah.
All right. Let me try this one now and see what this does.
Burn again.
You ready?
Yeah.
Much better. See, it went right through it that time. All right. So I had the blade on backwards. It's got print on both sides, and sometimes, usually it's one side or the other that you can obviously tell that the blade sits up, but apparently this one's printed on both sides and I just put it on backwards, so it was spinning the wrong way. The teeth are going this way and they were going this way. So that's a lesson to learn too. You got to make sure you put your blade on right or it won't cut right. This is what it looks like when it doesn't cut right. Well, I guess it's still, yeah, that was the other side. This is the side that cut right. So that looks good. That looks bad. So that's good that happens, so you learn that. You can't put your blades on backwards. Okay, well, oddly enough, I've been asked by the manufacturer of this fine Chinese product here that endangers children to get my money back and dispose of this correctly. Which I assume they want you to disassemble it and make it to where you cannot use it again because it's been deemed dangerous and recalled. So I figured, why not use the circular saw? What do you think? Circular saw? He says circular saw. So, all right, I believe I have disabled it. It is no longer useful as a stool.
Yeah, I got a big piece. Hi, we are back.
Okay, so what did we learn?
Never put a blade on a saw upside down or it will burn the wood.
That is true. It does not like it when you put the teeth backwards. It wants to cut it one way, not the other way. Yep.
We also learned the brands, we learned the numbers, we learned the volts, we learned about blades, we learned about the saws.
We learned that it doesn't take much to destroy a stool
Yeah.
with a hammer or a circular saw.
I had a hammer. I smashed it with my hammer. It is in pieces and it is dead.
So hopefully Papaw gets his money back for it now. I got pictures of it, so.
Yeah, and he's gonna send the picture to my mom and dad.
Yeah. So I think we've wrapped this one up. Thanks for joining us, and I think he learned something. Hopefully, maybe somebody else learned something from this.
I have a handful of earplugs.
We've learned that can't be trusted with a bag full of ear plugs, and or a hammer for that matter, or saw. Let me start all over. Bleep, bleep.
Bleepers. Bloopers.
So, welcome back to Turner Time. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. A little different content than what I did in the past, but hopefully something that we're going to do on a fairly regular basis now. He's very interested in tools and he wants to learn about them, so this is the first of many where we're going to go through and just understand and learn whatever I can teach him, and whatever he has questions about, we're going to go through. So we've learned that he can't be trusted with a bag full of earplugs, so we did learn that. So anyway, thanks for coming back. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
I have a big nose. Bye goo, bye goo, bye goo, bye goos. Honk honk.
You're a goose now?
No, goo.
Oh, a goo.
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 Goo. Goo. Goo. Wait, don't end it. Goo.